everybody. We'll give everybody a couple seconds to hop on. Sorry so much about last night, y'all. The whole neighborhood went out black. We had a huge blackout in actually part of our city. So the side that we live on of League City was all out. Several people. Hi, Miss Vicky. Welcome, everybody. We'll give everybody a few minutes to hop on. We'll show y'all the finished product and then show you how to get it to this point, okay? So thank you guys again for coming back and watching us the rest of our live on our scarecrow wreath. I did move it to the kitchen just to have a little bit more area because it's kind of a long piece, so it ends up measuring 40 inches when we're done. Hi, Miss Jeannie. Hi, Miss Gloria, Miss Cassie, Miss Lynn. So sorry about last night, y'all. The whole electricity for the whole neighborhood went off, so it was kind of a mess everywhere. So this is our little finished product. So I attached the hat, and then I come down and attach the little feet with the straw. But I'm going to show y'all how to finish this so that y'all can get it to this point, okay? So what I've done is I took the little pair of pants, and that's where we were actually starting, or where we went off last night. So what I did is I took some of this raffia, which is right here, and I'm gonna take off another little section here. Let me cut this real quick. So what I also did for my pants, hi Miss Debbie, Miss Jeannie, welcome everybody. I'm so sorry about last night, y'all. We lost internet when the power went down, so I couldn't even get back on to tell y'all what had really happened. I said, sorry guys, the power went out, but then it says that I lost connection because my husband was laughing. He goes, it just cuts off. So anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use these jeans, and we're gonna use them from the back, okay? So you can get regular blue jeans, you can get stone washed, however you want to do it, and these are, you can use 18 months to 2T. The bigger size that you get, the longer the legs are going to be on them. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your piece. So what I did is I took some of this raffia and I unwound it to the first little section here. And then I'm just going to pull out about 6 or 8 pieces of it. So we're going to pull that out from the little piece. And then we're going to take it and we're going to tie it right in the middle, because this gives you an actual piece to glue into the legs. So you don't have to glue each individual strand in there. Well, welcome Miss Dawn. Hi, Miss Maria, Miss Nikki. And then I'm going to cut this off to make this even, okay? So I'm just going to take it and cut it right there. So you want enough to stick out from the bottom of the pants, and then you're going to make 2 of these because you want 1 for each leg. So I'm going to take another little piece, about 4 or 5 little sections here, and I'm going to take it right in the middle of that bend and make a little knot. And then you can fold it and then cut this one about the same as your other one, and these are for your legs. Okay, so now with that being done, let me scoot this all over. What I did is I got some of this little ribbon. This one actually came from Hobby Lobby. You could use any colors. It's a 3/8 inch. It comes on a roll. It's really to tie up like your little treat bags and stuff for the fall. So I just got some of that ribbon. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pant leg and I'm going to open it up. Okay? So then you're going to take your hot glue and you're going to line that flap in there. So you just take it and run it right on the rim of where the seam is. Okay? So you're just going to run that hot glue around the mouth opening of your piece. Then you're going to take your raffia where that knot is and you're going to stick it in there. And then you're going to just seal that little leg and then go through there and actually push it all the way across. I got a little bit of glue right here that's dripped out. I'm just gonna wipe that off. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing to your other leg here. So open this up, take your hot glue, run around the rim of that seam. And then take your other piece of raffia here, come in and stick it in there. And then just running your fingers across that seam. Now, if you put too much glue on there, it might pop up a little bit. You definitely want to take your finger and move it out of the way once it cools down just a little bit, because you don't want it to look like you've got glue dripped everywhere. Okay, so that's the little legs here. Now I'm gonna bring Wyatt's gonna come up here and help me stuff this. So, you got your shark outfit on? It's got a shark hat on from the, where did you get that monster? Where did you go get that at? I don't know. Monster Truck Jam. That's where you got that from. Okay, so now we've got the shark one, the shark truck. Yeah. So now we've got our little pants with the little raffia coming out of the bottom. So the next thing I want to do before you actually stuff this is take that little ribbon and you're going to tie it around the bottom of this leg. So just a second, baby. Nanny's trying to do this, okay? I'm being silly. Don't mess with that hat though, because that's for our next one, okay? So I went last night after, it's cute. Well, this morning I got up and went about 6 o'clock down to our little Walmart to see if they had any more of the little hats, and they didn't. So I found this little hat at Michael's, and it's just a little straw hat. So if you can't find the little hats like that, then you can definitely
you can definitely put it on your shark head.
On your shark head. So then I'm just going to take the little ribbon and tie it around there into a little bow. And so then you've got that on the pant leg. Okay, so then I'm going to do the other side. And so remember, you're putting the front of the jeans are going to go towards your wreath. And so you just have the back part that you're working with. So now I'm going to do the other leg too before we start stuffing it. You're going to help Nanny stuff it?
What stuff?
We're going to stuff the little pants.
Well, I have a shark head on.
I see, but you can still help me stuff them.
Well, there's a hat on me.
I see that.
And it looks like a shark. It looks like a shark wearing a hat. Yeah.
You're so silly. All right, so I'm just tying this little knot around this next leg. And then I'm going to cut it. So if you want to put a combination of ribbons in there, if you want to use a little bit bigger ribbon, you can do that as well. And so this is what we've got so far. Now I want to put little patches on my jeans. So what I did is I took some fall color material and I cut some little squares out of that material. And then I've got to trim these up just a little bit, but I used my pinking shears. Thank you, Miss Holly, so much. It fits you, doesn't it? So I'm just going to trim this up to make the patches even. Don't be silly. Don't be silly.
I want to be silly.
You want to be silly? So I'm just going to trim these little squares up, and I'm going to put 2 orange ones and then 2 green ones. You look like Woody.
Hee-haw, everybody.
All right. So we're going to take this and we're going to trim it up. And now I've got 2 little patches. I'm going to put one on his leg and one on his bottom. You can put them on the knees. You can put them wherever you want to. Now, instead of hot gluing them, I bought this fabric glue. It's called Fabric Fusion. I got this from Michael's. It's in the actual adhesive rows where all the glues are, and it's for fabric. Y'all, this stuff works amazing. I've used that no-sew glue before. it does not work as well. Get all over it. Hi, Miss Laura. And put this fabric glue all around your piece, and then you can attach it where you want to, whether you want them on the hip, down the knees, on the center of the knees, however you want to do it. So I'm just going to take my material and I'm going to open this little cap up. I've already used this once last night. It's got a little tiny edge on it. So you're just going to line this piece of fabric with this. Now, if you don't have this fabric fusion, you can definitely hot glue it. Or if you are good with a sewing machine, you can definitely use that. You're just going to put a thin layer all over that. And then I'm going to come and I'm actually going to put these on his hips. And then come down and cross it. Put the orange on top. And you can do them all over. You can do different patterns, however you want to do it. And now I'm going to come down on his leg and do the same thing on the opposite leg. It is kind of sticky if you get it on your fingers, like it's a really, it comes out clear. So it dries clear. I was worried last night when I did it that it was going to bleed through the material because I kind of got the other pieces a little wet. But it dries clear, so you're safe with that, okay? So I'm gonna go and do my other little orange square. This stuff is really amazing. Last night was the first time I had used it. Y'all, when the power went out, Charlie had got us, we have this little lantern that pops up and it puts out a lot of light that we use when we're camping. And he had gotten it and brought it to the living room. So he went to bed. He goes, there ain't nothing to do, I'm going to bed. So I popped that little thing up and I made 3 wreaths last night. So I just sat and worked and in the dark, and me and my flashlight, and we were busy. So you might as well craft if you can't do nothing else, even in the dark. I just couldn't video for you guys. Hi, Miss Chico. Hi, Miss Christina, Miss Susan. Welcome, everybody. So this is what we've got, our little pants. And you can see kind of where it looks a little damp in a couple places, but no worries because that's going to dry right up when it's done. Now, I took these little sunflowers that I had gotten also at Hobby Lobby. They come in a little package. I put hot glue on the end of it, and I actually stuck them on my hat. Okay, and then I put a little bow underneath the hat, and then I just used pipe cleaners to attach it to the actual mesh wreath. So then you could put these on the knees. You could put them on the bottom. However you want to decorate your little pants is fine, okay? So let me put him down. But this is what I'm going to do to mine. Now I'm going to just take it and I'm actually going to stuff it. So I just use this polyfill. This is what you use for all your little sewing things. And just get you a bunch of it and just start stuffing it down there. Now you don't want to overstuff him, but you do want to stuff him enough so that his legs will stay straight. Okay, so I'm getting him all the way down into the leg. Thank you, Miss Brenda. Thank you so much. He really turned out cute, y'all. Now this one here is already listed in the Etsy shop. If you're in the area and you want a porch pickup, you can definitely do that as well. I was able to post him this morning. I posted that. Those other 2 fall bow, or that one fall bow, and then the other patriotic bow that was done. And then I did a school day teacher wreath. I had an extra sign for that. And then I was able to do that. Yes. So, Miss Myra, the front part of the jeans are going to be facing the wreath. You'll actually come up, and I'll show y'all. You take your zip ties, and you come in and attach them to the wreath around both loops. You can use pipe cleaners, too. I actually had went on the back side through the belt loops on the back side, tucked them around to the front, and clamped them in to both layers. So that's how you actually attach your little pants to your wreath. But you put the button side towards the front, okay? So I've got to fill this some more because you want those legs good and stiff. So we're just going to come in here and stuff it some more. Now I wouldn't go over a 2T on these just because of the length of it. You could, if you can't find any 2Ts, or 18 months actually works really, really well. But they didn't have another pair of that color, so I promised y'all that I would show y'all to finish it. So I wanted to get another pair just like it so y'all could see. So then when you get to the bottom and you get right up here to the top, you want the legs pretty stiff. So this one's good. This one needs more in it. So you're just going to gently take it and run your hand down to it and keep filling it with that polyfill all the way up to the bottom. Okay. Now you want to make sure that you get it to the top, but you're not going to overstuff him. Okay? Because you're going to have to run the hot glue all the way down the seam of the top of his pants. So you want to be able to seal this just like you were sealing an envelope. So you're going to run your hot glue all the way through the top here. But I like to hold it just to make sure that the booty's full enough and the legs are good and pretty even down. And then we can hot glue this across the top. So that's good, I think. So I'm just going to take it and put hot glue down this whole rim around it. And then I'll seal it up. Just like we're sealing a package or an envelope. Okay, now I'm going to take it and gently push that down again and then just start walking it across there. But be very, very careful. Do what, baby? You ate something? Yeah, me and White, after I got off work today, we had to run to Craft Text and get some stuff for Chad and Emily's fundraiser, and we met Emily and her mama up there, and we had to go do that. And so poor Savannah got called in today, so Wyatt came over here. Do what, baby? Ate the bridge. Silly. Hold on. So now I'm going to get this sealed across here. So now I'm going to let that dry really, really good before I try to start attaching it to it so that it won't come apart. So if you start messing with it right now because the glue's still not 100% dry, then it could like gap open. So let that dry real good, still just working my fingers away. And if there's any part that's still open a little bit, you might have to go back in and add a little bit more glue. You could stuff it with plastic. You can stuff it with anything, Miss Myra. I even got to thinking about tissue paper. The only thing about the tissue paper is if you're going to put it on the front door and it were to get into a storm, that tissue paper would bleed, would melt down. So stuffing, you can use plastic bags. You can use anything like that. You want to say hi? Hey, go get my hat real quick so I can finish that, okay?
Look at me.
I see you, like a shark. So now we have our little jeans there, okay? So now what I'm going to do is we're going to give that just a couple more seconds What? Go grab that hat, baby, so I can show them real quick. So then what I'm going to do is take my zip ties, and you can go through the front loop on the pants, and then you're going to come around to the back side right here, and then you're going to use this to clip it into your actual wreath. Okay, but you really need to go over both strands. If you attach it to just the bottom ring, it's going to make it too loose. Okay, so you have to attach it to the bottom ring and the top ring, and that gives it more stability on your wreath.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sonic. So while that's drying just a little bit more, this was the straw wreath that I got. Now what I did was I took my little ribbon here and I made just a simple little bow.
Sonic wants to say hi.
You want to say hi to everybody? He's got all kinds of stuff over here today, y'all. He's waving to everybody. He's getting ready to start school. He's so excited. Went shopping yesterday, got a whole bunch of new stuff.
He's amazed. Sonic's in kindergarten already.
He's in kindergarten.
Yeah, Sonic's in kindergarten. He's amazed.
He's amazed. All right, so this ribbon is not wired. Now you can use wired ribbon. You can use any kind of ribbon that you want to. But on this one, because it is the same on both sides, you can definitely take it and just wiggle, kind of move it back and forth however you want your bow, remembering that you're putting something in the center here. So I'm just going to take it about 3 or 4 loops, back and forth, and not twisting this one because it's so tiny it's going to slip with you. And then you can just take it and cut you another little piece of ribbon and tie it right around the center. Tie it into an actual knot. So they're just going to take it and tie it here. And then pull it really, really tight. If you have somebody that's got an extra finger, that's the best. Have them hold it right in the center and then tie it. And then that way you've got your little bow and then cut your little ribbons. Okay. Then you can kind of pull this out just a little bit, give it a little flare to the bow. And then I just hot glued that on there. Then I took one of my sunflowers, come back right in the center of it and put that there. And then I put another sunflower at the top of my hat so that it had some decoration up top. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this on there as well. So let's put it on the back of the sunflower so I can get it all the way around that edge there. And these are little felt sunflowers. Now you can use a regular actual flower if you wanted to. Put some kind of little flowers lined up. That would be fine as well. Whatever kind of design that you want to do for your hat. I just found these little flowers and it was kind of the theme that I was going with, so that's why I wanted to use it. Just kind of make sure that you're lined up straight on your top and your bottom, because you'll notice it when you get it on your actual wreath. So we're going to line that up, come to the other end, and then tie our little bow. And then this is the part that will actually hang down. I'm just going to put a clump of glue right there in the center to attach the bow. Taking our bow, sticking it right in the middle. Put my little tails down because I want them to hang down off of the piece. Now we can take and put the glue around our other little felt sunflower. And then I'm going to take it and put it right in the center of this bow and kind of secure it down. Once again, make sure your little tails are down. Your loops are where they want it before you give it a good push to the surface to help hold it into place. Okay? So then when that's done, you'll have it to look like this. Okay? So now, like I said, you can move it around. You just want to make sure that before it settles and dries, that you got it pretty well centered where you want it and whatever decorations you want to add to it. So this is a little straw wreath. This hat that's on this one is actually a little cowboy hat that I put the binder around the edges because it was red and I did not like that. So I just bought some binder, and we called it rickrack when we were kids. My mom used it a lot on different things that she was sewing. And so you can do it however you want to do it and then decorate your little jeans. Put your raffia down there, do your little tie, stuff your pants, and then we'll attach it to the actual wreath. So this wreath is 40 inches from top to bottom, still measuring the 22 inches across. Okay? So super, super cute. Look, I did get some other just blue jean material, and then I got a white, like a stone wash pair of little jeans that I'm gonna switch the colors up and do two more scarecrows. Not sure what time this week they'll get done, but that is on my agenda. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Teresa. We'll definitely watch the replay. Hi, Miss Susan. Miss Susan, y'all. Miss Susan, I hope someday if we ever get to meet in person, y'all get to meet her. She is a fabulous lady. She was our kids' pre-K teacher. She has adopted 7 children of her own, been a foster mom for so many children. I cannot say enough wonderful things about her. So hopefully one day y'all get to meet her because she is a true treasure in our family. She is up in East Texas. Just a lovely, 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 just, I cannot even say. And she's still teaching, y'all. She's got 10 children and she's still teaching. She just has had so many babies. All of my kids have been her babies. All of them. And I wish that my grandbaby was up there because I would love for her to teach my grandkids. That would just be so amazing. So what I did is I took this zip tie coming around to the back, and then you're going to catch the front loop on the front, and you're going to turn it around and catch this side loop on the back because you want the front and the back. And then when you turn it and put it through the wreath, you're going to catch both of the rings, and you're going to attach it in to that ring like that. Okay? I know, Miss Marty, it is so cute. So let me just show y'all again. So to attach the actual hat, you're going to take it and you're going to spread your material just a little bit and run that wire through it like a pipe cleaner. It was over? Okay. So I'm going to take it and push it just a little bit and then weave a pipe cleaner through this. What I did is I actually got up here closer to this edge so that my flower will cover it. Okay? So you just weave this through, and then I'll have to get it up underneath this, but I'm just trying to show y'all. Just weave it through your hat however you want to do it, and get it to a spot where it's not going to show. You just kind of push it and pull it. You're being so silly today. I wanted you to come help me stuff the pants, and you didn't want to do it. He told me that he was going to get a Lamborghini when he got older. And that he had a list of people that was on his list that could ride it. And they had to be cool people. Nanny did not make the list. Not yet, but I'm going to work on it, right? But of course, people did. You know, nothing ever, people can do no wrong. Just saying. Let's see here. Do you have the link listed for what you have available for sale? Yes. If you go to Blessings with a Bow, look up under Etsy, look under Blessings with a Bow. I actually have about 80 pieces in there now that are for sale. There's bows, there's wreaths, there's one swag, I think. More swags to come because I've bought some more stuff today for fall, and I've got a big box of stuff coming in this week to finish some Christmas and fall swags. We're going to do our gingerbread wreath. I've got a gingerbread attachment. Might be able to hop on and do that later tonight because I did find the ribbon to finish that today. Hello, Miss Angela, Miss Cheryl. So you kind of really have to pull this hat material up to get that pipe cleaner weave through there. But that's what you're going to do. The top and the bottom, you're going to weave 2 pipe cleaners in, and then you actually twist tie that into your mesh to attach it to your wreath. Okay? So you'll do just like you do any attachment. Take it and put it in to the base. Come into the closest to the tie that you can possibly get. Twist tie it in there and then cut off your excess. And then for your pants, you're going to take it and pull your mesh up like this. It's easier if you put your pants laying down. So you'll lay them down with the butt side up because that's how it's going to attach. So lay your wreath down. Then after you get your zip ties where you want them, you'll actually come in here. Let me just show you, like if I'm attaching it on this side. So I would take it and run it up underneath, and you're gonna come through and attach it to both of the rings, okay? So you're not going through the mesh, you're just actually going over the rings. And then you would take it and zip tie that in there, one on either side. So that's the way you would actually attach it, through the 2 rings, and then tie it really tight so that it stays in place. You've got your front side facing you, so that the back side where you put your little patches is what's actually out. Okay? So this is a very, very cute, very adorable creation. You could do it with little girl cowboy boots, do like a little Western cowgirl, however you guys wanted to do it, you know, to decorate it. Somebody gave us a great idea last night to buy the little shoes in the children's section, in the doll section. And you can get little cowboy boots, attach them to the pants, and you could do little cowgirls, cowboys, however you guys wanted to do it. Thank you, Miss Karen. Thank y'all so much. Hi, Miss Helen. Hi, Miss Angela. Miss Joy. Welcome, everybody. So thank you guys again for the stars. Thank y'all for sharing us. Y'all, I'm so sorry again about last night, but the electricity power was nothing to do with us. It had, I mean, the whole neighborhood and part of the city. My kids live about 10 minutes from us, and they lost power too. So
yeah, mine.
Yours went out too?
Yeah.
Wyatt said, Nanny, it was so scary. It kind of freaked me out. So,
No, I didn't. I didn't say that.
Oh, you didn't say that? So anyway, but I wanted to hop back on and show you guys so you guys could put your little scarecrows together, and then you could have it to show your families. So this one is available in the Etsy shop, and it's Blessings with Bows at Etsy.com. I will put the link for this one actually on my Facebook page when it's done. I mean, when I get off of here. And y'all watch for my classes because I have a lot more that I'm adding to it. And okay, Miss Tracy, this straw hat I got from Michael's. Walmart does not have them, and because I looked there this morning, but this is in the craft section in the back of Michael's where the straw hats are. Now they have different sizes, but this is like the smaller of the bunch. Or I got this little hat. Actually, this one came from Hobby Lobby. It's in the kids' party section, and it was a cowboy hat. But it had red on the rim, so I took that rickrack and put it on there with the glue. You could use hot glue, or you could actually use this no-sew glue or this fabric fusion. So this is what I actually used to put the little patches on, okay? So if, Miss Brenda, the classes are under Blessings with a Bow, under my Facebook page. If you'll go down to the right-hand side of my screen and actually hit the little drop down on the right-hand side of your screen, you can set to be notified when I go live. So I go on several times a week just to do creative stuff, and it can be anywhere from wreaths to bows to a swag, a garland. But on the actual night that I have the classes, you'll find those under events. And it's under events, and all the classes are free. The classes, you'll see the date, the time, and it's Central Time. We're here in Texas, so it's Central Time. And it will have a list of the items that you need for that project. So this one was on there. This was actually a pop-up class. I was going to do it the other night, finish it in 2 nights, and Miss Myra said, can you just do that as a class? So it was a pop-up class. That's the first time we've had one, so maybe we'll do more of those. It was kind of fun. And so this coming week, Wednesday night, we have the tobacco basket class. There's a list of items for that. Miss Brenda's from Texas too. So we also have Friday night, we're doing another bow class. So that's going to be tying bows from little girl hair bows all the way up to Christmas tree topper bows with a mixture of different ribbons, styles. Here's an actual bow that I made for a tree topper.
And here's my Crocs.
Oh yeah, he fixed his Crocs today. He took off the blue section. He made his own new Crocs. So here is a bow that I made for a tree topper. It's got 5 different ribbons in it, different layers, different sizes. So this is the kind of stuff we're going to do Friday night. Okay, so we're going to learn how to make different bows of all kinds. Gather your ribbon up, gather you some pipe cleaners or some wires, and join us for that class. A lot of people struggle with bows. I'm going to teach y'all how to tie bows with your hands so that you do not have to struggle with it. Okay, so that's Friday night. The next class that we have then is going to be on Saturday, and that is going to actually be a tie-dye shirt. We are probably going to film that one outside, live from our campsite. So we are going to be, we have to run to East Texas next weekend.
And I'm also going to do red and blue twirl.
On your tie-dye. So you need a t-shirt, rubber bands, and that is a kids class. So grab those kids, grab those nieces, t-shirts, rubber bands, and the tie-dye. And we're going to have a great time designing those. So join us next Saturday for that. Once again, all you have to buy is the actual supplies. The classes themselves are free. So thank you guys all for hopping back on this evening to finish this scarecrow wreath. I will put the link for this wreath, and then you can click into the Etsy shop, and then you can venture out and look at the other items that are there. So hopefully I'll be able to be back on y'all, but it will be closer to 9. So I've got to get a few things done around the house real quick before I can get back on and spend the afternoon with y'all. So if you're free later, y'all hop back on and come and join us. Yes, Miss Carol, I'm going to do the snow owl wreath. We probably will do that one in September. So next month I want to focus on fall. So we're going to do swags, garland, the candlestick, pumpkins. We're going to do that next month, and then just one second. And then at the end of August into the first part of September, we'll start Christmas. So let's work on fall for next month, and then we'll get the snow owl put in for that September.
I'm watching y'all.
Yeah. My little helper, y'all. He's my sidekick. I told him today, I said, Wyatt, do you want to take... I said, do you want Nanny to teach you all these flowers? We were going through craft text, and I was showing him what this was and what kind of flower this was, and trying to teach him the different names. And I showed him an angel trumpet, what it looked like. And I said, are you going to be Nanny's partner, and you're going to take over my business when I'm done with it? He goes, sure, Nanny. I was like, well, you got to learn a lot of stuff. So I'm trying to teach him while he's young. So, all right, guys, thank you all so much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you guys again for all hopping on. It was so good to see a lot of familiar names on there.
Bye.
Wyatt says bye, everybody, and I will hopefully see you guys.
Someone